You will not believe what I did today. I ventured into Chinatown with my trusty camera, going back to my roots a bit. Who knew you could find such magic in your own city, right? You just need a good eye and a splash of creativity. I captured the rich culture of the neighborhood through black and white film photography. I know, pretty old school for a tech geek like me, right? It was a whole new challenge for me. You know, the vibrancy of the colors, the unique aspects of the cultures, all perfectly captured without the use of any color. Such a great way to see things from a new perspective and get those creative juices flowing. It's nutty how we keep discovering new layers in our own city. Makes you realize how easily we can miss the beauty that's right under our noses. Let me tell you, it was an experience, a journey even. The hustle and bustle of Chinatown through a monochrome lens, it was like stepping back in time and into the future all at once. Remember that famous photographer? What's his name? The one with the moody film noir shots of the city? I sort of felt like him for a day. Pretty dope, huh? Speaking of dope, our latest banter on chat was epic. There was this heated debate about pineapple on pizza. And let's not forget Eric's dramatic existential crisis. To be or not to be a pineapple pizza lover. That convo had me rolling on the floor laughing. Of course, I supported the tropical fruit being part of the summer pizza vibes. Then Nina's out there on a squirrel watch, witnessing parkour attempts. I mean, come on, I'm beginning to think her gaming is seeping into reality. Oh, and talk about seeping into reality. Remember Eric's bright idea for my next project? Bubblies, imagine that, black and white bubble bath art. So, let me tell you about this new 3D animation project I embarked on today. I experimented with dystopian themes in a digital New York, going full-blown Da Vinci with my 3D modeling skills. I was reminiscing on old sci-fi movies and thought, why not create my own post-apocalyptic playground? Hence, I've begun painting a surreal end-of-the-world type New York. And let me tell you, the shadows of skyscrapers against a Technicolor twilight sky have never looked more haunting. Poured my heart and soul into the project, paranoia running high with every atmospheric detail I added. Now it just feels like walking through a chilling ghost town. You know how I've always had this strange obsession with dystopian settings? It was like a dream come true projecting that onto my virtual canvas. Or more like a nightmarish utopia, you could say. Everything's more exciting when it's a bit twisted, don't you think? In a nifty twist of fate, Eric was talking about this new VR gear that TurboTech's coming out with. You bet I'm grabbing one for myself. I mean, dystopian New York, director's cut taking real form? That's going to be a sight to behold for sure. Nina even suggested I could test out my dystopian New York on the new VR gear. Just imagine, wandering around my own creation in full VR. It's like taking one of those lucid dreams and then getting to mark my voyage through it. That thought alone has me gobsmacked. What I would give to translate that into a game, eh? Maybe I'll pitch it to Dakota. She's always appreciating unique environments and my mad 3D skill set. We've bonded over less, judging from our previous Twitch escapades. I also found out that there's a meteor shower tonight. Completely slipped my mind, but thankfully, Nina came through with the reminder. Can't wait to watch the celestial show. Might even give me some more inspiration for the dystopian project. Speaking of getting inspired, you'll laugh when you hear this. During our group chat, we even fantasized about teleportation becoming real, the ability to land anywhere, anytime. Imagine teleporting to far-off galaxies, or to Nina's roof to watch the meteor show. It seems our gaming mindsets never really switch off, you know. And between journeying through dystopian reality and the starry spectacles, I've managed to squeeze in some time for music, 'cause who can call it a day without a good jam session, right? Been grooving to synth reverie. It's uplifting and electric. Sort of helps me tame the chaos of dystopia. You know what's funny? Nina's been into apocalyptic acoustics, and here I am working on a post-apocalyptic project. Guess our universe aligns in peculiar ways. So, my oh-so-creative day has come full circle with echoes of popping synth beats and shades of noir New York. bits and pieces of a surrealistic digital art dream, all wrapped up in one chaotic yet pretty package. So, jumping right into the juicy part of my day, I decided to engage in a mindful forest bathing practice today, but with a twist. Can you guess? Of course, in a VR environment. Nothing beats turning a tedious-looking glass into a therapeutic one, I say. I'll admit lately, I've been feeling this creative stress that's just been squeezing every bit of talent out of me in a rather unfriendly way. And you know me, always searching for that unconventional approach to things. So I thought to myself, Amy, why not combine your passion for VR with stress management techniques? And let me tell you, it was mind-blowingly rejuvenating. I'm talking full-on immersive forest ambient sounds, calming visuals of serene scenery that makes you feel like you've been teleported to another realm. I could smell the freshness of the forest, hear the distant birdsong. It was like being wrapped in this overwhelming peace. Of course, I'm exaggerating. No smell or touch yet in VR, but you get the whole idea. It was anything but a typical day at the office, more like a spiritual retreat. But it was something that truly helped to fuel my artistic motivation. Moving on to our nutty chat for the day. The joy of our crazy banter. Nina brought me back the honeydew boba from that new joint. Bless her. You should have seen Eric, though. He was all like, code over tea? Gosh, we keep trying to bring that guy over to the bubble tea side of life. It's like trying to teach a polar bear to enjoy a tropical dance. Entertaining to say the least. Oh, and remember those board games we used to play during our study breaks? Those times feel like forever ago. But guess what? Nina discovered this logic-testing, programming-themed board game called Something Code. That got Eric all excited, and we practically started game night planning on the chat itself. Can you imagine? Speaking of chill, VR forest bathing was such a hit in today's chat that Nina's already signing herself up for it. Guess my stress management innovation struck a chord with the gang. I smell a VR and chill session in the making, if you know what I mean. Just when I thought the day couldn't get any better, I stumbled upon this perfect playlist for my sessions called VR Vibes. Flowy, relaxing tunes that just ease your mind while you're residing in an alternate reality. Absolutely sublime. Can't wait to recommend this gem to the team. You wouldn't believe what happened next, though. Eric just casually forgot it was pizza day at TurboTech today. Can you imagine? Nina was about to have a minor heart attack. That's just blasphemous to forget pizza day. We even teased him about disrespecting the holy slices, as we call it. You can just picture the great pizza debate sparking off again. So there you have it, nature therapy, bubble tea rescue missions, forgotten pizza days, unreal playlists, and the birth of potential gaming nights. All in a day's work, eh?